They call it the Lenovo Legion Slim 7, and in this video, let's unbox it. All right, let's talk about the Slim 7. My favorite laptop from last year in regards to a larger form factor, powerful laptop that was thin and light and on-the-go friendly. This thing had good battery life. I'm anticipating even better battery life this year. But one of the things I'm most interested in about this laptop, besides moving from a 15.6-inch screen to a 16-inch screen in the new model, is the fact that we now have a Radeon GPU in the model that I have before me. So the specs for this model is the Ryzen 9 6900HX and the RX 6800S. So this thing should be powerful. It should run, I guess, a little hot, to be honest. Like, if I'm gonna guess the thermal temperatures of this laptop, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be a pretty warm laptop, just because that HX processor tends to be one of the more hot processors from Ryzen, but we could be surprised. And that would be a very pleasant surprise. But I'm expecting great battery life, and I'm expecting amazing results out of this laptop. And again, like I said, it's one of my favorite form factors. I love the aesthetic and the build of it. It takes, the Legion 5 or the Legion 7, the more gamer vibe look, and produces a more professional, on-the-go friendly laptop. And that's why I just think it is one of the best deals running right now. Now, for the model that I have, it's going to be around $1,900 for this powerful version of the laptop. You can get this laptop with, say, an RTX 3050 Ti, or maybe even an RTX 3060, and that will save you a few $100s. But I really wanted to test this newer model simply because it's a newer iteration that we've not seen yet, and that provides more data and more information for helping you make a purchasing decision. Because I kind of have a pulse on how that other one might perform. And we'll talk about that more during the full review, about maybe which model you should purchase. But for now, let's check out the latest iteration. All right. Looks like a slightly different hinge configuration than last year's model. We still have the same kind of shape along the back with this flat ledge here. And I'm guessing that these will light up just like on the Legion 7. We have a non-iridescent logo this year and a non-iridescent logo. So last year I kind of liked that. It was a pretty cool vibe. These two logo emblems were iridescent. I thought it was pretty neat. So Lenovo sent over these 3 Lenovo Legion 5 Pros, and as soon as we hit 100,000 subscribers, we're gonna kick off a giveaway to celebrate passing the 100,000 subscriber mark. The faster we get there, the sooner the giveaway is coming your way. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, share this video, and drop a comment of how you would use a Lenovo Legion 5 Pro. All right, next thing we're looking at is gonna be the form factor and build quality. Oh, but first, it's so thin and light. I mean, it's insane. This much performance is packed into this tiny package. That's awesome. All right, let's go ahead and check out the assembly. So it looks like the bottom cover comes into the side panel a little bit lower because, man, this thing is so thin. It's crazy for a powerful creator gaming laptop. So there's a bit of a lip here, but it's not anything sharp, but it's definitely noticeable. But the interesting thing I've already seen on the top, let's go ahead and get this out of here, is actually there's a lip here as well. This is an interesting design choice. So the screen is a little bit smaller than the keyboard deck. So that happens not only on the top cover, as you can see. Let me see if I can get this even closer so you can see that. There we go. So you can see that little lip there. So that happens not only on the screen to keyboard deck, but it also happens here on the bottom panel, kind of lips out a little bit. So it seems like that's kind of the style they were going for. Nice all aluminum laptop, big vent on the bottom. You can actually see the 2 fans poking through right there. And then we have our speaker grills here, and then we have a vent on the right side panel and a vent on the left side panel. So a lot of ventilation. Hoping we can see that RX 6800S and the Ryzen 9 6900HX cooled well. Regarding ports, we have 2 USB Type-Cs on the left side panel. We have an HDMI, 2 USB Type-As, and our power adapter on the back panel. And then, of course, true creator style here on the channel, we have our SD card slot and our headphone jack. So in my opinion, this laptop has all the connectivity I need, and it makes me so happy. It's such a great package. I'm just loving the quality of the materials they used. We have a brushed aluminum finish here on the side panel, and then on the top cover, we have this nice matte finish. It's like this graphite gray, and then back here, this is a plastic material on the back ledge. That way they can shine those port indicators through to you. This laptop sets me back because it just has so much going for it in such a small package. Now, I know the Legion 5 Pro is like the workhorse of gaming laptops for creative professionals, but if you want something thin, light, and on the go, this thing just like warms my heart. All right, let's go ahead and move on to a quick open and close test, and it opens easily with one hand. This hinge is a little on the stiff side, which I totally don't mind. I like that, but it still opens nicely with one hand. So you have a nice little lip here and just opens very easily, sets where you want it. Really good grab there on the hinge. Let's go ahead and check the screen flex while we're here. A little bit of screen flex. I thought we might have a little less with this aluminum top cover, but not a concern there. And then if you can see, there's a little tiny Legion logo. I don't even know if you can see that right there. That's really neat. I like those little touches that they add. All right, go ahead and opening the laptop here, revealing the new 16:10 aspect ratio screen, a 16-inch screen. Nice little Legion logo here on the bottom of the bezel. That looks super nice. I'm hoping that these are speaker grills, but I can't remember from last year's model if these are just fan grills or if they're speaker grills, because I know we have speakers on the bottom. So we'll know more about that during the full review. The hinge is really nice. I like how it sits on top of the laptop. It gives the screen a really nice support, so it's not hanging off the edge. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of durability with this screen, and also you can put the screen completely flat, which is super nice. You're not stuck to that 45-degree angle because the screen is sitting on top of the keyboard deck. So love the design choice. Now, as far as the keyboard is concerned, you have a numpad on the right side. It's more of a semi-miniaturized numpad. It's not completely smaller keys, but you can see the keys are slightly smaller than your main keys. So they snug that on there very nicely. Gave us the full-size shift key and the full-size arrow keys. It kind of sets down. Some people don't like this expanded cluster. I don't mind it too much. As long as they give me my full-size shift key and some nice arrow keys, I'm really not too concerned. Now, one area that I was hoping would be bigger, because they even have space for it, is the trackpad. The trackpad's a little on the small side, kind of pushed off to the left. I prefer more of a center trackpad. However, this would be great for a left-handed user. If you're a left-handed user, it's more off to the left, and that could be nice for you. But the trackpad quality is very good. Tiny bit of rattle, but the click is so smooth. It's got a nice firm clicking sound. And then the keyboard, it's more of a medium key press, medium to short key press, but it's nice and quiet underneath my fingers. We'll be doing a full audio test of all this during the full review. There's gonna be a non-RGB backlit keyboard. We have an aluminum keyboard deck, aluminum top cover, plastic screen bezel, and then aluminum bottom cover, as well as aluminum side panels. All right, so since we're unable to check out the Lenovo Vantage Center right now, because I've yet to set up the computer, we'll do that in the full review. But for now, let's go ahead and flip the laptop over, check out the upgrade path, see if we still have any sort of upgrade path for this laptop. As I pull the bottom cover off of the laptop, you can see why I still think this is one of the best thin and light, powerful laptops for creators. You still have access to a RAM stick. Now, you don't have access to both RAM sticks. It seems like that's becoming more and more a thick gaming laptop feature than it is a thin and light gaming laptop feature. So although you don't have access to two, you do have access to one, and that is better than none in my opinion, because I've seen some laptops recently, like from Asus, the Asus ZenBook Pro 16X OLED give you access to no RAM stick. So this is definitely something that I'm happy to see, because you could buy this laptop with say maybe 16 gigs of RAM and easily upgrade it to 24 or 40 gigs of RAM by swapping out this 8 gig stick with a 16 or a 32. You also have access to your M.2 drive. You do not have a secondary M.2 drive that is unpopulated. You just have one M.2 drive, so you could swap that out and you could add a larger hard drive. You also have access to your Wi-Fi card if you want to make an upgrade there as well. As you can see, it comes with a 71 watt-hour battery. Hopefully that gives us the battery life we are looking for. You can subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on the full review where we will show off those benchmark results. Punch for punch, I would totally go for this laptop. This is one of my favorite laptops of the year over the past 2 years. And with that 6800S, it's gonna be even more powerful. So I can't wait to see what this thing has in store for us. Links in the description below if you wanna know the live pricing or if you're ready to make a purchase. Likes if this video has brought you some value, and subs if you don't wanna miss out on the future uploads. I'll see you here in the next one.